Yes. Indirectly, you're talking about challenges. Physical challenge, challenge from your body, sicknesses, disturbing situations, challenging situations, adverse situations, situations we don't like. Either our mental sickness or physical sickness, social problems, problems in the family, right? All these are called different levels of challenges. When challenge comes, what happens is it takes our flow of energy. It's like if you have a river, like Ron here, if you make a bank on it, a dike or a barrage, the water is blocked, right? But if you have plenty of rain, plenty, even though somebody will make a dike or dam or barrage, the river will flow over it. That's what I was emphasizing, why children has to have that. What I was calling spontaneity. Because spontaneity and creativity are interlinked. If you look at the many scientists and philosophers in the world, so there are some moments of spontaneity that bring us the idea, oh, I can make this TV, this technology, oh, this works this way. One moment, one little moment of spontaneity brings the brilliant things for us. Similarly, when your heart and soul is full with love, unconditional, with genuine sensitivity towards everybody, including yourself, even when you are in a very difficult situation, nobody can dampen, nobody can daunt your spirit of being happy. Even in a dying condition, you will have lots of pain. I'll tell you, I had a horrible accident here in my knee. Even today, I'm not able to walk easily. There's many pain, and there's also, it is a bit longer than this one now because it got separated a little bit. So when I go to the hospital, because I stay with this pain something like 8 hours, I was in the road. It was night. I cannot stay. I don't know where to go and all that. I said, next city I go to a big hospital, that will be easier. So I waited there. I reached there with lots of pain. Blood is going out. And then they say, oh, we have to give you anesthesia because we have to do immediate surgery. This has gone, this has gone down, they have to put together and all that. I said, okay, I don't need any anesthesia, you do it. Oh, no, we cannot, you will move like anything, it will be dangerous for you. I said, just do it. Don't worry, just do it. They are very reluctant, but finally they accept. They did it. It's huge pain. I just ask the nurses just to hold me, that I don't move much. Understand? That's it. It's done. That doesn't mean every kind of surgery I'll do like that. Same thing I did with a root canal also. Recently, yeah. So what happens is, it's not about the power. It's about being available to yourself. When you're available to yourself, what happens? All these pains will come. You'll react like any normal human being. We have emotion, we'll cry, we'll laugh, we'll have pain, our face will look miserable. All this will happen. But that will not stop you. You will recover very fast from it. If you have overwhelming love in you, like I'm talking about a river with too much water, even you do a dam, it will jump over it. That energy has to be there. And that comes from the two things, that if you are creative every moment, there's many types of creativity we know. One, that somebody is a painter, we call creativity, but for me, a farmer is also big person of creativity. How he does his farming, how he takes care of the soil. A cowherd man, how he takes care of all these animals, how he feed them. A woman cooking in a kitchen is also creative work for me. There's no big difference between a very amazing painting and a unknown person making something on his own. So if that energy you have, It always comes with two things. One is creativity, the other one is spontaneity. That's the reason in the beginning I say, to have these two things, your mind should be clean. When I say mind should be clean, what it means? Free from the pressure of the past.
Sorry?
Pressure, meaning the luggage, the burden of the past. Right? And free from the concern for the future. If you are concerned about your future, it will distract you. Suppose when I'm having this pain, I'm concerned where to go, how to do things. It will immediately take my energy another way. I cannot be there.
Select connection. Window.
To be there, you need this spontaneity. That's a very precious. It's even precious than any diamond you can think of. The biggest and largest and most expensive diamond cannot replace it. Cannot give you that. And most of the stories of diamonds are very painful, very dangerous. One diamond I know from India is called Kohinoor. Many people get killed, many people stolen it, many things happen. Now it is in the crown of the English crown. A tiny one, it was much bigger before, whatever it is. So, what happens? If we don't have creativity, every situation will put us down and keep there. We'll submerge in it. We'll not be able to again go out of the water and swim again. Not possible. We'll sink inside. It will be drowned in the flood of pain, flood of suffering, flood of challenges, flood of insecurity. And our fear will take over. It is the fear that appears in different way. What is a greed? Greed is a fear. What is anger? Is a fear. What is aggression? Is a fear. What is a murder? Is a fear. Fear is everywhere in our every step of life. We love fear. And fear is like a black ghost occupying ourselves all the time. We are totally under its subjugation. We are totally under the jail of fear. Every moment there is a fear. Oh, no money, what will happen? Oh, too much money, what will happen? What I do? So this goes on. And never ends. And we manipulate each other all the time because of that. Even we manipulate our children for that. We manipulate our most beloved girl or the boy that we like. We manipulate our parents. We manipulate everybody. And it never stops. It became kind of a mutual social thing to do and accepted. And that kind of thing really restricts us a lot. Doesn't allow us to move. No, freely. We always do something with an interest behind in that moment.
So creativity, it's like an attitude linked to the heart.
It's not an attitude. An attitude is what I understand about attitude is that you have an attitude or outlook towards certain things. Creativity has to be with you 24 hours, whatever attitude you have. Because if you have the creativity, your attitude automatically will change.
But the creativity, it's in the mind, in the heart.
Creativity is like, underground water. Wherever you dig, water will come out. Attitude is the expression of that creative energy, how much you express. Meaning, for example, I have lots of creativity and I may be expressing my creativity in the music or something, in my behavior or whatever, and I don't want to give my creativity to somebody, I don't give. Understand? But if you have a full creativity, your attitude automatically will go human. I say human means Humane. It involves sensitivity, it involves compassion, love in it, already there.
So it's like a key, creativity, to open.
Creativity along with many people have creativity. For example, many artists They are creative. Every human being in this world has given huge amount of creative energy. Huge amount. But we express through something, like some media, somebody good in writing, somebody good in speaking, somebody good in cooking, understand? These are very limited expression of creativity. That will not help. That's why you can see many life of many artists like heroes and heroines in a movie, or many painters. Yeah, their personal life is not good. Meaning they have a incredible creativity, no doubt, but that is expressed in one way or the other alone. It is not applied in everyday life.
I understand it.
It is not an objectified expression. It is an expression that stays you 24 hours and 7 days, lifelong. That's what I call creativity. If something comes and goes out, that is what I call conditional creativity. Somebody say creativity in music, somebody in singing, understand? Somebody, even cleaning the floor, cleaning the grass. Even that is, for me, is creativity. I see, you do, I do, and we three of us, we try to do something. You'll see all of us will do differently. And the feeling that will come also differently. So when we synchronize ourselves with the rest of the universe and feel totally in harmony, totally in peace, totally in contentment, satisfaction, self-satisfaction, what we call, then the fear element, the selfish element is less in us. And that is the way the spontaneity expresses itself through creativity. And that makes us more happy, more efficient. And you can work more. So many people also do hard work, but they do hard work with a reason. The reason is for me, for my wife, for my child. I want to build this house, I want to travel. For this reason, they go to make money, right? And there also they invest their energy, for sure. They also invest their creative energy there. Suppose, you're an artist or you're a writer, you're anything, you're a manager, that's also kind of creative work. But that is very, very limited and narrow. So when we cross those narrow limits, when we cross that little dark tunnel of fear and selfishness, what remains is life. And this life is a very brilliant life. It is blazing life. It doesn't need any light to illuminate. It's self-illuminated. Nobody has to give light. It's not a physical light I'm talking about. A light which is invisible but all-embracing. It appears in all time. It's there with us, with everybody. We are already blessed with us. Nature has given us all this. Universe is so compassionate, so full of love. Universe has given this little human creature on this planet enormous ability, talent, and capacity to be creative, to be spontaneous. But we kill it. We always destroy it. And we feel better, we feel wise, because I could kill my creativity. Because of this reason, because of that reason, because of this, because of that. And all this because is nothing but fear. Simple fear. Greed is a fear. You understand? Anything, lust is a fear. Anger is a fear. All the fear. Every time we educate, not only in the school, about the fear. We are also our media always teach us about fear. And we love to give fear than to freedom. Because freedom is everyone's enemy. Fear is everybody's friend. And that kind of wisdom, that kind of knowledge is destructive. Look at all these weaponaries we created. all these atomic things we created. How it is destroying us. When a science develops something, some new idea, new thing, they develop because they get into touch of some spontaneity. Then once it comes out, it is in the hands of the fear. And the fear people always use it to abuse each other. All the time. In this world, murder, terror, war, and not stopping. We know how it is subhuman to how to say, to use a prostitute. Prostitute is also a human being like us, no? But our attitude towards her or him is not good. That time we think she's a product. And it's existing since time immemorial. We could not overcome it yet. And I was very surprised the first time I came to Europe. I was thinking I was this. I'm so naive. In India, marriage, in India, people have the arranged marriage and all this. That's why perhaps there is some prostitute existing in the society. And when I came here, I also got exposed to it. For different way, my friends brought me to light what is happening. I also met some of them to ask why they do this. The same thing. Because people are not getting love from the society. They feel they don't get enough. Both sides, men and women. So then they go here and there. Then we use your money power, so it will become a profession. So I have nothing to say against them. I have high respect for the so-called sex workers, whatever you call them. But what is happening? Why this profession is created? Created for fear of deprivation, fear of not having something they feel like to have, fear somebody freely and kindly or lovingly not loving somebody. He or she tries here, there, doesn't find enough to himself, so he tries to go somewhere. So, when we are in the pain or in suffering or in very aggressive situation, we feel irritated, we feel challenged. That moment is the real moment. The person who is happy person can demonstrate his happiness only in adverse situation. When you are in a comfortable situation, everybody can smile, everybody can laugh. An entertaining, exciting, gratifying situation, everybody can do. But the real test for that to understand whether we are human or not, when we are in difficult situations. If that time our heart is not open, our soul is not willing to share, so that means we are not human in that sense. Mm-hmm. But please remember, I don't downgrade anybody that they are not human. All of us are human. But actually, as I say, who is that person who is a real human? I'm not saying that I'm the real 100%. No, it's not that me comparing to others. No. We all have to try to stay in that state of mind, that state of being, that where we can perform and deliver as a real human being 24 hours lifelong. Mm-hmm. And that will change, radically, completely our upside down way, our society. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the reason sometimes some great people come, they have a huge impact on us because they begin to live like a human being. You understand?
Yes.
So, to be human very easy. So, but we don't want.
Pose une question, toi. T'as des bonnes questions, toi. Moi, c'est des trucs hyper basiques. Vas-y, pose une question, toi, que t'as envie de poser.
So, One of our anonymous viewers has a question.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay, why not? Okay, go.
what is the relation between food and human beings? And also, what is the importance to eat well? And also, what is the impact in the body?
So don't take the human being. Let's take a plant. So when you have a seed, usually the farmers, what they do, in my lifetime I've seen, because I've grown a few things in my life, some plants. First they select the best seed possible they could find. They keep it separate, they grow in a different, but they keep it in a very nice way, so that seed is given the best possible treatment before they plant. When they plant, what they do? They go to the farm, take out all the weeds, take out all possible things that can disturb the plant. Then they make the soil softer, tender, according to the different plants, how much softness it requires to grow well, right? Then they give light, they give water. If needed, if they find the soil is not have enough nourishment or enough fertilizer, manure, they also add some manures naturally to make it good growth. So when we give all this, what happens? The plant grows better. And then plant can have a sickness, plant can be attacked by pests, by insects, by, all kinds of things. Plant can be affected by wind, water, sun. So all these things we take in consideration. Then the farmer continues to help the plant in a way that it should grow well. Why it is important to have grow well? If the plant grow well, the immune system of the plant will help not to have sicknesses. It can fight with sickness, with the sun, with the winter, with the wind. It can also fight with insects and pests. Right? And if it fights, what happens? Plant remain healthy, and the farmer doesn't have to look much after it. It is less care is needed. If you take care from the beginning to the end, you don't have to care so much. If you don't take care, what happens? You have to always take care more than before. So, food for the plant, the way I said, manure, this, water, that is very important to have a good growth of the plant. If there's a good growth of the plant, we'll have good flowers on it, good smell, good colors, and everybody, wonderful flower. Oh, you see? Then when you have the fruit, this plant is so good. Then you taste the fruit, you say, wow, how tasty this fruit is. How they look so nice. How they have good flavor, good smell. It attracts everybody, including the fruit itself, because fruit is healthy, right? And from that fruit, what will happen? The seed will come. Am I right? And then from that seed, you expect always something good to come, right? So the same way, food is extremely important thing for us. Because after breathing and water is also important. The third most essential thing is the food. So it is said in India, by the scriptures also, that depending on what you eat, you become like that. For example, if you eat lots of food which is violent, like killing and all that's involved behind it, it will also make you violent. Because everything in this world is energy in different forms. Every disturbance you make in the energy, it affects both sides. The object or the product you are using, and the person, the subjective person, the human being or any being who is using it. Right? It will affect both sides. So, because of that, having a process, way where the food is produced peacefully, in concurrence with the nature, in embrace of the nature, because we are part of the nature. We are also byproduct of the nature like any other plant or tree. And these plant and tree, they provide us food. Anybody who is providing us a food, like a plant, like a tree, or a cow who is giving us milk, we should really take good care of them. Try to develop them, help them to grow in a condition that is conducive for their growth. And there is a fair amount of peace around it. So that peace will come to the food, that food will go to our blood and our system, that will also bring healthy situation for us. Because I don't believe it's only nutrition that we know is helping us. Otherwise nobody will die, no sickness will come. There is another element which is not visible to us yet. We don't know about that. Every food has what? Ingrained life in it. We are sharing the life, not the food. Life of the seeds, life of the grains, life of the vegetables, we share from them. So this is the cycle. When we share, if this food is coming peacefully, somebody even cooking, for example, storing, everything happens peace without no violence there, no anxiety there, no worries there. Somebody cooking with worries, with a haste, with no feeling. Understand? You eat that food, it will be so stale. You will not enjoy it. Even you are hungry also, you will not feel so good eating that food. Somebody cooking it with real, genuine feeling and love, then it will go better. Same way, from the time the food is produced, from the seed level, until we consume, if the food is really made in that sense, what I am describing, the human way, meaning the natural way, as much nature can be there, as much human love and trust is invested in it, so the food will go better. And it will nourish us not only our physical body, but also our inner bodies, our mind, our heart, all the things it will affect. And by that, we have less suffering also. Because when we eat lots of violent food, what happens is, our food is not served with a good love. Food is not made with love. Food is not grown with love. Food is not kept with love. You can see, which I have studied in looking at many people always eating in restaurants. Right? They are not healthy. They pay more. And finally, they are not healthy. People living with the self-cooking, they are much more healthy. They are eating less. They are spending less. They are healthy. People spending more, giving more time. You have to wait in restaurant hours also to get the food. But you are not healthy. Because this food is not only cooked for, commercial interest, profit, but also the care and love is a bit commercial also, fast, not investing real energy into it. I have to make this because I have to get the order. Suppose a genuine mother cooking food for the child, there is a deep feeling. Lots of care. Oh, no flies, no insect, not this coming, not that. Oh, this is not clean, they throw it. Oh, sometimes somebody doing, young children, they try to feed their children. And mother is, father somewhere there, they keeping an eye. They see, oh, that is going. So they come, take it out and give something else. Because they take care. There's a concern. There's a feeling that you can do it. So in the food, is extremely important. It's not only clean and nourishing, but also invested with lots of natural and human energy in it. And anything is done that way. Many times I remember in my life, this little life, anywhere I go, without notice, they don't have anything to serve me. Sometimes because they have love for me, whatever they do, very simple thing, it's so delicious, it's so enjoyable. And sometimes people give me lots of food. Sometimes they buy from the big companies or big hotel chains or whatever. I don't enjoy them. it doesn't give me that kind of satisfaction. That doesn't mean it also sure it fills my stomach, it quenches my thirst or my hunger, but the lasting feeling you get out of it is not there. So it's very vital. And food is not only eaten for sake of filling the body or nourishing the body. Food is also a big thing of daily satisfaction. That is the only time easy to get some satisfaction. That's the reason it is important to share the kitchen. Self-cooking is very important. And sharing with the people, meaning your own people around, is extremely important. Because food is the only thing that can satisfy you a little bit very quickly. Very quick satisfaction it gives. Then again you go hungry, that's another story. But if you have a good lunch, a good breakfast, a good dinner, you'll see for a while your face is lighting up. You feel enlivened, you feel expanded, you feel okay, That few moments or that few minutes or hours, whatever you feel, it's a how to say, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Yeah? So life created food not because we have to satisfy our hunger, but also to bring satisfaction, to share, to comfort, to create an interdependency. So when we are depending on the restaurant, that interdependency is primarily profit. But when you are sharing from somebody's kitchen, self-cooked kitchen, it's big difference. Big difference. So food is a very vital thing for us. How it is produced, how it is made, and how it is served. The three things are extremely important in the food. That's my own experience. I have quite a good experience in those things because I'm a traveler. So it helps me a lot to understand that food is so essential for us, the good food. And also the concept of good food also varies from people to people. But generally we know what is good food. Clean, hygienic, cooked with love, served with love, grown with love. Understand? Then what remains is a humanized food. And food should not be eaten with the feeling that it is me, I made the food. Actually, nobody can make food. Food is a gift of the universe, gift of the nature. We didn't create the seed. Seed is already existing. Everything existing in this. Water is already existing. Manure is existing. Earth is existing. We are just here on it, enjoying it. So we have to be very, very grateful to the people those who produce, the people those who store, the people those who transport, and the people those who cook it, and the people those who serve, whoever they are. We have to be very, very grateful to them. But at the same time, those who do these things, the entire process of food, they should be human. They should have peace in their mind, harmony in their heart, and happiness everywhere around them. Then that food bound to nourish us and make us healthy, and a less sickness will be there. It's guaranteed. There is no second thought about it. So, what more?